Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jam Life. Today we're testing out the DJI Osmo Action. In fact, we're filming on it right now.
It's only water, it's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. Gotta go harder, oh you've gotta learn. Don't suppress your fire, baby, let it burn. Be who you are. Nobody can take that away from you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So the first thing I really wanted to do with the DJI Osmo Action was to test out what they call rock steady. Was it as good as GoPro Hero 7's Hyper Smooth? I really think it was. A little bit of bounce here, but if I had taken the Ninja Walk, it would have been buttery smooth. This technology is simply amazing, and I think gone are the days of gimbals for action cameras. And here's a comparison filming in HDR without rock steady turned on, which unfortunately you can't turn rock steady on when filming in HDR. But I mean, this footage is unusable. You can see the difference quite clearly. And here we are filming selfie mode with rock steady on, and you can see this is just awesome, really smooth. And I also wanted to add some footage from inside my car on a suction mount. Yeah, again, very smooth footage from inside a car. And here's a couple of static time lapses, which it does a really good job of as well. And here's a moving time lapse, and as you can see, the footage is jumpy. And that's because DJI won't let you turn rock steady on in a moving time lapse, unlike the feature of time warp on the GoPro Hero 7 Black. I'm hoping DJI will update this. And here's a slow motion clip. DJI gives 8 times slow motion and it looks pretty good. I also wanted to test the focus at a short distance, and I was pretty impressed by this. This was really close, and most of this is in focus. So here's a few photos as well, and I was really impressed by the quality here as well. One thing we haven't checked here is the low light capabilities of the camera, but I've heard it's quite good and quite usable. We also did an audio check for the camera in a lot of wind.
Okay, so this is a mic test in wind for the DJI Osmo Action. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3.
So here it is everyone, the DJI Osmo Action. Before we take a closer look at this camera, let's tell you about the competition we have running with this video. So what we want you to do is subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below, and you could win this fantastic Google Home Mini here. One of those comments will win and will be notified by us in the next 2 weeks. So let's dive in and take a closer look at this awesome action camera. So here's a closer look at the camera with that great front selfie screen. Yeah, that front selfie screen is what vloggers have all been waiting for. Yeah, the front selfie screen isn't a touchscreen, but it does what it needs to do, and that's frame you up in the shot while facing the camera. The rear screen is a touchscreen, and it's just a little bit bigger than the GoPro Hero Black, and I really like it. Touch responsive and really nice. So the front lens protector does come off. Just give it a bit of force the first time it comes off, but then after that it's very easy. And you can replace this with ND filters. In fact, we've got some coming from PGY Tech. And as soon as they arrive, we'll give you a full review on them. And as you can see, the lens protector screws back on very easily. So the side door system is exactly the same as the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Takes a bit of force to come off the first time, but easier the second time. And as I said with the GoPro Hero 7 Black, you must flick the little piece of the side door out like this to put it back onto the door. So the reason for doing this is, say during a time lapse when you want to keep the camera on charge, but make sure that if you're taking the camera underwater, this door is replaced, as it is not waterproof without the door on. So the Osmo Action comes with this case. It's the only case that fits the Osmo Action at the moment that I've seen, but I have ordered again a new case from DJI Tech, which makes it easier to use for vlogging. Once you have the case on, as you can see, it gives you the popular GoPro 2 finger mount, which means you can mount the camera onto any GoPro accessory, including this mini tripod from GoPro that I have here. And just as a side note, the camera as it is now is waterproof down to 11 meters. If you want to go further, I see on DJI's website they've already advertised a underwater case, which we're not sure how deep that will let you go. Not released yet, but won't be long, I should say. Turning the camera on is a long press on the left hand side top button. Pressing the button on the left hand side of the camera enables you to flip between modes, say video to time lapse to photo, etc. And a long press on this same side button enables you to switch between screens, from back to front, say. A long press again will get you back to the back screen. You can also change screens by using 2 fingers with a double tap. So taking a look at menu navigation, if you swipe to the right, you will get your recorded content. If you swipe upwards, you can get to the settings of the camera mode which you are in. So if you swipe downwards, as you can see, it reveals the settings menu, and it presents you with quite a few options here to start with. You can auto flip the camera, you can control your speech, etc. But the one we're going to touch first is the little cog up the top there, which brings you into the main setting menu. And the one I really want to concentrate on here is the quick switch. So you can change what is in the quick switch on the side button. So if it's missing from there, you might want to come here and just check or uncheck a couple of items. So lastly, what I did want to show you was the latency on the front screen. It's also on the back screen as well, which could throw you off when vlogging, but I think DJI will get onto this quite quickly in an update. One thing to note though, this latency only appears in rock steady mode. So things we like about this camera: first of all, that much needed front facing screen, rock steady, 4K at 60, HDR, the finger mount, the easy menu, the awesome Mimo app, and everything is in focus. And things we don't like so much are the shaky time lapse, no rock steady on that, the screen lag, and no rock steady in the HDR mode. If I know DJI, these jam don'ts will soon be fixed in a firmware update. So the jam like far outweigh the jam don't. So the DJI Osmo Action gets our stamp of approval. It's an awesome action camera and we really love it. Hey everyone, if you really enjoyed the video, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Yeah.
Gotta be